Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Colby. I like to pee sitting down, Hobson.
And I'm here with Adam, the common denominator, Hobson.
That's just mean, but most people don't know what the common denominator is.
We'll see, people, there's a lot of problems, and Adam's always around them.
Okay, I don't like you calling me Adam.
Dad is always
There we
around
go.
them.
That makes me feel better. Go write in a notebook.
Have we told that story before? I think we have.
Probably. If we haven't, I'm sure we'll get to it. Comment if we haven't. Look at that. Driving comments in already.
And like and subscribe.
Professional. Oh my God. Speaking of professional, it wasn't, on Sunday. It was on Saturday, actually. But I went over to Miami.
Miami?
Don't call it Miami. They will get pissed.
Yep.
But I was over in Miami, Oklahoma, for the Outlaws National Monster Truck.
Yeah. Was Gravedigger there?
No. But the guy that drove Gravedigger was there.
No one cares about him.
Yeah.
Anybody can drive Gravedigger.
Well, I thought that too. Like, who cares about sure, they're like, I want them to be safe, but who the hell knows who the drivers are? Apparently, the family sitting next to us, they knew all of them. Like, I think I saw a tattoo, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, they were like into it. I'm like, I don't even know the trucks, man. Like that shit just stopped being famous in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember my Gravedigger monster truck toy I had.
Yeah.
That thing was sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Bigfoot was, of course, the biggest one.
Yeah.
Which, still was a cool truck. What they do is very cool. They had one driver was 16 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not catch his name. I put it on my Snapchat story, but whenever I was doing it, I was like, I'm not going to record the entire time. Like, I came to watch the show.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there was a botched backflip.
Yeah.
Yeah, cab first, right into the thing, right into a school bus. Just, I was like, oh shit. So they had a loader come out and pick it up, and so they did the first part was every truck got 2 tricks.
Okay.
Because apparently there's an actual point system.
Yeah.
I don't know what they judge off of.
It's probably scripted, if I had to assume, but whoever can do the cool finale at the end, they'll put that person in the win. But.
Yeah. Well, because the guy that went cab first into the school bus, yeah, he got 26.5 points. But the other guys that completed both of their tricks successfully, they got 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, why? So, but anyway, so they do the two tricks. Everybody gets two tricks to do, and then they go to a drag race, where there's a jump incorporated, and then there's a freestyle.
Yeah, I'm sure the freestyle was the cool part.
Yeah, they just ran around the ones that really went heavy into it, you'd watch their rear ends glowing red.
Really?
Oh my God, dude.
That's cool.
Because these things have so much torque.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's glowing red. And I don't know how they keep them going, but they do. Watch one break his steer axle in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know, must have slid off the frame or I don't know how, but anyway, his ass was walking to the left and he was trying to steer, so he was going down the track sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was Tokyo drifting down it.
Yeah. Then they had apparently I too could be at a monster truck show. All we gotta do, go out to the farm, get something started.
Yeah.
And we can be on the track. Because that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody had this Jeep Liberty. Or no, it was a Liberty. It was like a little SUV thing, enclosed, not like the open top, not with the Wrangler or anything like that. Anyway, it was racing. I want to say a '92 Camaro.
Okay.
and we got jumps in this. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, they're not huge jumps, but they were enough to bottom out the Camaro.
Yeah.
Every like you heard it from the stands. You'd hear it go clunk,
Yeah.
and this lady had the little Jeep Liberty, and like she went across the first one, and then you go around the curve, and then you're full speed going into the next set of 3,
Mm-hmm.
and she just to the floor, right? Well, the bad thing about that is if you don't have enough speed when you do jump 1 to clear jump 2, you're gonna hood jump 2.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a Jeep Liberty sit straight up before.
On the nose.
No, like it hit, right?
Yeah.
And then popped straight up and then came back down, and then she took off for jump number 3. Yeah, it was the roughest looking ride I've ever seen. I don't know who won those, but yeah, I mean there was several different kinds. There was amateur, then modified, and then the monster trucks, and
Yeah.
So
I remember going to the monster truck show at the Pumping Grounds in Lamar a few
yeah,
years ago. That wasn't bad. That was pretty good.
yeah. It kind of similar thing. I think it's just the one of Lamar's like slightly smaller, not by much.
Yeah.
Look like redneck prom around there. But I hope Daisy Duke. I don't know if she's alive or passed away yet, but
Who?
the lady that did play Daisy Duke on Dukes of Hazzard,
Okay.
her signature shorts have carried on through the years. They're still going strong at Missouri National, Monster Truck, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but all in all, it was a good time. Everything was overpriced, and
As it should be.
as it should be.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you're going to buy a printed T-shirt, you might as well do it for $45.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I bought a sweet a sweet tea that was unsweeted for $6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
dude, that's what we need to do. We need to get because all they had was pizza and drinks. That was it. You could have cheese, pepperoni, sausage. That's it.
Yeah.
No more, no less. And these drinks, and then you don't even have to put sugar in the sweet tea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I don't know where they thought they were going, but you know, like we're not the South, but we're pretty close to it. You know, like, but put some sugar in that bitch. Like, what are you doing?
Give us the Milo special.
Yeah, because like, what was it like? Two pizzas and 3 drinks was like, oh mighty. It was damn near $50.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's
That's
not
a lot of money for just a little bit of things.
Yeah, and these are like store-bought pizzas that you just sprinkle some extra cheese on there and make it your own.
Me and Emma took advantage of the Domino's deal they were having last night.
Yeah,
It was like I think it came out after tax. It was like $7 for a large 2-topping pizza,
yeah,
and you were paying about that much per slice. So
yeah.
I think we won a little bit there.
Oh, for sure. I'd like to apologize to everybody. I have failed you in this content stuff.
Well, it's a weekly thing. So what happened this week?
Well, I still have not tried a Judy's Pizza. Like we have not finished the grand pizza scaling of Jasper.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't realize I was going to have to go to so many places.
Didn't have to spend so much money.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
yeah.
We haven't that in a fat minute.
Yeah, we need to lock in, buckle down.
We haven't done that since Roadhouse opened.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because they put the pizza in about the same time Roadhouse opened.
Yeah.
Tried the pizza at Roadhouse. I tried it twice. Still the same problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only one we tried.
Maybe that's what we'll do tonight.
That's what you'll do tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you doing on our podcast? You want
to find something to do?
We'll get dear old dad a pizza.
If you buying. Do you actually want to do that? I'll tell him and not make dinner.
No, I don't trust it.
I got so excited.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm getting thin crust.
it's okay.
Okay.
What kind of pizza though?
What?
What are you getting?
Hey, nobody wants to hear us fat ass over this.
Yeah, they do. You
Oh,
kidding me?
um, I don't. What do you know? You're gonna like badger me into getting whatever pizza you want. What do you want?
Well, Italian sausage and pepperoni.
Dude, this is Judy's. Like, I don't know. They sausage is sausage up there. They, they don't know if it's Italian or not.
Then pepperoni and bacon.
Yeah. You order it
All right,
and pick it up.
you pay. Oh,
Yeah.
Sydney's excited.
She's very excited. I don't know what she's excited about. She is watching that door. Like,
Why do you want thin crust?
'cause I like thin crust.
What's wrong with
I'm
you?
tired of acting like I don't like thin crust. Like, I like it.
Why? It's just a cracker.
It's better.
It's a cracker.
It's better. Well, what? You need pan? You
No.
need pan crust?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and tossed.
You need some deep dish? Yeah, go a little deep
Well, if I
dish.
want thin crust, I'll just go get a pack of crackers and sprinkle cheese and burn it.
That's what pizza is. It's just, there's crust in it.
It's sauce, cheese,
Mhm.
toppings, and bread,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That ain't bread. That's cracker. You need yeast. You gotta have the yeast. They ain't got no yeast.
Look, the proportion on thin crust.
Don't tell me about no proportion.
Well, okay, so tell me how this is, right? Like, you got a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sauce, a little bit of toppings, and then a fucking loaf of bread. Like,
Yeah,
no.
I've never gotten full off a thin crust pizza.
Hey, okay, so you are completely satisfied whenever you go to buy a burger and it's more bun than burger.
It's a good ass burger. Yeah, you bet.
How would you know you got to get through the fucking bun?
Well, at least with that, you can like take off the bottom bun and do half, But
Or you get thin crust, like a man.
okay, whatever you say, old man.
I need pan crust, I need it to be cheesy crust on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got to talk about? I'm done pissed off. Let's find something else.
Dude, I'm pissed off about this pizza crust thing now. We will talk about this offline. This is gonna get dangerous in here. I was sad to see that mom and dad broke up.
What are you talking about?
Trump and Elon.
Oh man,
Yeah.
what did mom do? Elon.
Oh, is Elon? Okay.
Yeah, Elon's definitely mom.
Yeah, I was in my head trying to think like, well, which one's? Never mind. But well, Elon got mad because Trump is trying to push through some bill that I don't give a shit about. It basically, it's like cuts out subsidies for electric cars, which he's part of Tesla.
Hmm.
Um, so
Interesting.
yeah, Elon's like, oh yeah, well, Trump was on Epstein Island. Like, okay. which is great
I think it's funny.
because like now both sides are calling for well, let's see the list.
Yeah. Well, the list is already released. Like we could look at the list.
No, that's not like the actual list.
That's got to be the real list. I mean, we can see that Tom Hanks was there. No dirt has ever come out about Tom Hanks until then.
Yeah,
It's got to be real.
I still can't believe that.
Tom Hanks went?
Yeah,
you just don't want to believe it.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Stephen Hawkins was on the list. What the fuck's he doing?
Yeah, airdropped.
Yeah, I had to. I mean, he didn't paddle boat over.
Yeah.
So,
RC boat.
Well, I mean, so the flight log was just like his plane. So doesn't say that that's where they went and what they did. So you still don't know, but nobody will ever know.
You don't think so?
No, God no. They ain't gonna tell nobody nothing.
Well, I mean, they released all the stuff for JFK.
Who did it?
Well, that was that was the thing that reporter asked Trump.
Mm,
She was like, "So, like, who did it?" After he released it,
mm,
he's like, "Well, you have to go through the documents and find it. I can't personally tell you." And there's like 40,000 pages of this document,
mm.
and just within the cracks somewhere tells you who it is.
Yeah.
And that's basically what he was. Is read it. Is what he
Well,
said.
I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT while we're at it.
Wasn't it like the guy that we all know did it or something?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't give two shits if they released the files or not.
Hmm.
Like, they can say that that guy did it. I still think the government had a part in it. Sorry, because they got their finger in everything.
What did JFK do? What did he do wrong?
His part, man,
He was just $1 million playboy. Like he was a cool dude.
there were some policies that they're like, man, I don't like those.
Yeah.
You know, like it was basically against the military-industrial complex.
Personally, as far as I know about JFK, which isn't a lot, the only bad thing he ever did was cheat on his wife. But you gotta give him a little credit. It was Marilyn Monroe.
She was a banger,
It was Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like,
If I was his wife, I wouldn't be mad.
yeah, but honey, you said if I had a hall pass, like,
Presidents don't get hall passes.
well, you gave it to me before I was president, so that that's somebody that's like really want to use that hall pass if they're going to go from like nothing to like I'm gonna run this bitch. So,
Yeah. Have you ever had a hall pass?
uh, have you? Well, okay. Before I answer that, have you been asked that yet?
Have I been asked that question?
Yeah, like if I gave you a hall pass, who would you?
I mean, like a theoretically joking way, but not like an actual thing.
If a girl is asking you that in a theoretical, jokingly way,
Uh,
she's not asking you in that
well, it
way.
was like a celebrity thing. Like,
Yeah,
okay, then yeah.
it's a trap.
And yeah.
Yeah, you cooked.
Well, it hasn't happened in years. It was years ago, but yeah.
I wish I had the ability to type and talk at the same time. I don't have that.
Yeah, that's why I tried to fill in the gaps.
I know. You saw that. Oh, well, hmm.
Man, this is real entertaining.
Well, I mean, if you keep on talking,
Who am I supposed to talk to today?
me, ask me questions or something while I'm doing
I
this.
did.
What'd you ask?
Oh, have you ever had a hall pass?
Uh, well, yeah. Okay. So, no, I've never like been like, you may go out and sleep with one person.
Yeah.
You know, um, but I got the celebrity trap too.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I did what every seasoned married guy would do in that opportunity.
No, honey, I'd never.
No,
Oh.
she knows you full of shit if you say that. Like with a girl, never, never. Um, so I went with who I thought who she would accept that would closely resemble her.
Mm,
So,
that
and like,
makes sense. Okay.
yeah, and I'd already laid the groundwork for all of that. So, like, I got ahead of the hall pass.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, he's like, if there was a celebrity, okay, so, well, okay, she doesn't listen. So, if you had a celebrity, who would it be? And I'll tell you if you're fucking up or not.
My hall pass
Mhm.
celebrity,
Yeah, if you could get with one celebrity, who would it be?
Brandon Carpenter.
Yeah, see, that's where you fucked up.
Because I didn't pick whoever you picked.
No, because she's asking you that, right?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. See, so you say Sabrina Carpenter, right? And is she or is she not the polar opposite of Baby Mama?
Well, who would be similar to Baby Mama though?
Dude, that's your
That's
like a
on you.
mountain to climb.
So what you're telling me is you're doing it wrong. Well, how can I do it right? I don't know.
Well,
You're the taxes company, is what you're telling me.
right, but she is the mother of my soon-to-be grandbaby. So,
Yeah.
like, I can't be all like, who do I think she's hot like? You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, that puts on like a whole new. Then I'm on the list. Oh, by the way, just so because I know everybody's on the edge of their seats about this, JFK files didn't introduce any evidence of who else may have shot him.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. We all stopped caring about that a while ago.
yeah, dude, I stopped caring about it after it happened. I mean, the whole like assassination deal and all that. I mean, why people try to do that shit is fucking bullshit.
Mhm.
You know, like I don't like when he's doing. Well, I can vote him out. Or just quit crying about it until he is out. Like
Yeah.
people don't like Trump. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't like Biden.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I was on the internet posting about it,
Yeah, and I wasn't like, like, wow, I hope he gets the Rona, like
Yeah.
no, just whatever. He's gonna do what he does. These guys are just the figureheads anyway.
Speaking of assassination, I seen this YouTube video.
Mm.
This is just a random side subject. There was this guy that made a YouTube video of how he made the same gun that Luigi did through 3D printing.
Yeah.
I was like, huh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I've never wanted to buy a 3D printer so bad in my life. That and that backpack. I still want that backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were glazing over that backpack when it happened.
Dude, it was so good.
It was the coolest backpack. Never mind. I caught myself immediately.
Yeah. Pre-cancellation there. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so Trump and Musk, they broke up.
Oh, the divorce is going to be terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, they're probably gonna end up getting back together. Hopefully.
For the kids.
Yeah, I mean, we are the kids. So
yeah.
I mean, okay. So in all honesty, Elon didn't have any business getting involved in all that shit anyway.
Yeah, he didn't.
I
He's
mean,
an inventor. He doesn't need to be in the, any kind of political position at all.
what I figured happened is that he backed Trump to try to get, in on the good with these, government contracts and stuff like that. Because I mean, he does have electric cars and rockets.
Yeah.
One of the two things America loves. We love rockets.
Yes, we do.
We have a whole day dedicated to them. But
yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm. We like to blow shit up. But yeah, so anyway, so it looked to me, it looks like Trump like crawfish back and stabbed him in the back a little bit.
Oh, it's so terrible.
Well, I mean, I understand why he'd be mad too, because like he donated $250 million for his election, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then backed him after he got into the White House. And then like the stock dropped out of Tesla pretty far, and Elon's personal net worth dropped by 36 billion. Now he's going to be okay before we start a GoFundMe. He's still got another 800 billion to go.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, you lose $36 billion. Yeah, he might be a little pissy.
Yeah.
I
actually remember whenever the election was going on, I've told the story a couple times. Told everybody like, hey, you might want to get into the Tesla stock because it's going to go up really fast as soon as Trump gets into office. And then it did. It went up super high.
Mm-hmm.
It like almost doubled. And then over the next like couple weeks, it dropped way lower than what it was before.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I made some money off of it. Mom made some money off of it.
Yeah.
Pretty good little deal I had set up for everyone.
Yeah.
Where's my compensation?
Well,
I made you guys money. Where's my money?
Shit. I don't know. Yeah. You still do anything in the stocks or anything?
No. I got completely out of it.
Well, I don't really play in the stocks anymore. I still do the Bitcoin thing.
Yeah.
So I went back in and lowered myself down 2%. So waiting to come back from that one.
Yeah, are you?
I mean, I think it's like I was up 3 and then down 0.8, like blah, 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 blah. I think everybody falls asleep every time I talk about that shit, but
I know I do.
yeah, yeah. I know you don't like money or if you did pay attention, maybe you would be buying the pizza.
It's true.
God, I don't know.
I know that people liked our little quiz thing we did last week.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. People said they liked that.
Well, you said,
Hey. Snoop Doggy Dogg is trying to escape.
yeah, like she won't leave this room at all until we sit down and do this.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to
anyway,
listen to them talk about Bitcoin.
yeah. Do you have another quiz?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
Prepared one just in case for this exact occasion.
Is it about aliens or AI?
Well, I mean, you kind of look like one, so yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
So, this is a how well do you know me, Dad quiz.
Oh no.
So, this is questions about me, but for you.
Oh shit.
Okay. You ready for this?
Is there a grade? Because I feel like I'm gonna flunk.
No.
Okay, thank God.
I don't think so. It's just the moderator. I don't know, dude.
Okay. Fire away.
What was my most awkward puberty phase? It's number one.
Oh God. I mean, like, you sure you want me to?
Well, I mean, if it's like real bad, don't say it. But
I mean, I'm trying to think what that question would mean. Like
so,
like
what was the most
look-wise.
awkward thing I did while I was going through puberty? I guess.
Okay. I want to say it was on Fortnite.
Okay.
And then like you were talking to like some girl on there,
Uh
and like she started to ghost you, and you were really upset by that.
huh. Really?
Yeah, because I remember you like talking to her, and I in my head I'm like, don't be a cuckold. like like yeah, no, that's not how you do it. Like be mean to her, like
It's a good dad.
dude, it's so true. Like 10% mean gets you everything.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, that was probably to me that was probably the most awkward. Like because you were at that age and like you're liking girls and stuff, and you don't know how to really you know
I'm already regretting this.
express that. Yeah, you should.
Okay. What did you really think of my high school haircut? That would be my mullet.
it's a hate crime if I say it now. Uh, I understood that everybody was doing it,
Yeah.
right? That doesn't make it right. Like
I think my mullet was still my best hairstyle I ever had.
no,
I think I looked great.
no,
That or bald, one of the two were pretty good.
like it was great. Bald, no,
You didn't like bald?
no.
Why not?
One, you look like you're on your way to a meeting. So, um, but the mullet thing, like it was like it was a great hairstyle in your circle.
Mm-hmm.
But as adults, all of the adults were like standing on the outside going, what the fuck are these kids doing? Like,
We all sat down and watched Joe Dirt, and the whole generation fell for it.
yeah, I hate it. There's still a few like holdouts. Like there's still a few rocking the mullets now.
Yeah.
And, you know, but yeah, mullets, no. No.
Okay. Oh God. How many times did you catch me doing something sus on the computer and pretend not to notice? Now, before you answer, I have a little back me up thing on this. So, we never really had a computer, right?
Yeah.
And anytime we did, it was our own personal. So, you have nothing on me with a computer. Um, now, with phone or Wi-Fi, maybe. But
So the only time I can really think of, and like it was completely innocent of what you were doing. It
Okay.
was before puberty.
Okay.
You were younger and you just thought it was cool
Uh-huh.
for a hot second or whatever. But you're on YouTube, and I walk in from work, living room, dining room, going to the kitchen. You're down here in the game room,
Mm-hmm.
and you're watching a furry convention.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, oh no, 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 no. And like I came in, turned that shit off. That's the only time yeah, that's the only time I remember ever doing anything like that.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
it,
like, no, motherfucker, no.
yeah, like I mean, like you could have like had it pulled up on TV like Grinder, and I'd been like, hey, you're too young for that, you know, da 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 da. Wouldn't have been a deal,
Yeah.
you know. Furries, fuck you, not happening. All right.
Well, to kind of save myself a little bit from the general public,
He wasn't watching it for that.
no, that video was about this guy went to a furry convention and he was like bullying the people that were there. But the part you seen was just the furries,
Just the furries.
just furries walking around.
I still see it like clearly. It's almost like a nightmare.
Yeah,
You know, as this like blue and white fox looking, wolf looking deal
yeah.
had these huge fucking eyes. I'm like, no,
No,
no. I've heard stories,
Yeah.
you know, so no.
Well, thankfully, it was the exact opposite. It was this guy going and bullying those people.
Well, and normally, like whenever something like that would have come up, I would have just talked to you and asked you questions, and then you would have answered them, and I would have dispelled all my fears. But when I saw that, I mean, dude, I turned into like a 1980s Southern dad,
Yeah,
you know, like
I don't know.
yeah, it was bad.
Okay.
What else you got?
Number 4. What weird childhood thing did I do that you still bring up to embarrass me?
I mean, like year 5 through year 20. I mean, seems like I always bring up a bunch of random stuff. I mean, what's
Something that was embarrassing,
embarrassing?
or something that you would bring up that would embarrass me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not very easily embarrassed.
Well, and I don't like public. I mean, we have a podcast and I do it all the time, but I don't like publicly like embarrassing you. I don't know.
Yeah. You want a veto?
I know I just don't have anything.
Mm.
Is a thing. I don't remember like anything that. Yeah.
Can we go to the next? Let you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, the closest thing would probably be like your senior year or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the closest.
Okay. If I became a millionaire, what ridiculous thing would I buy first?
I'm not 100% on what it would be. I know for a fact it would have 4 fucking wheels though.
You bet your ass it would.
Yeah. I don't know which one. I don't know the flavor of the month on that. And
Well, it had 3.
if I said any fancy, oh my god, car, I may not be right. That's the first thing he bought, but I know eventually he would buy it. So,
Well, my first thing would probably be an amphibious car. So I guess not 3 wheels; it'd be like 6 wheels. But
you're talking about like huh?
an amphibious car?
You talking about like the ducks at Branson?
No, no. Amphibious cars are cars that you can drive on land, and you can just drive it straight into the water.
Like the ducks at Branson?
I guess so. Sure.
Yeah. They're like they're old Vietnam, like 6-wheeled trucks.
Yeah.
And you could drive on land, then you could drive off into the water.
Yeah. It looks basically like a bass boat with wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would probably buy first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that
It's just
coming.
one of the weird ones I've always wanted. Yeah, number 2 would probably be land, but I'd still get that first. You bet.
Yeah.
It better have a pond.
All right.
Okay. What's something I did as a kid that probably aged you 10 years instantly?
Is it too like? Can I double use answers? Because I still feel like that senior year.
Put you through hell senior year, apparently.
Dude. Well, let's see. There was talks of me going to jail. So
Because I wouldn't go to school, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And whenever I talk to you about that, I gotta meh, meh.
Yeah.
It's 3 hots and a cot, Dad. Like, it's okay they don't put sugar in your Kool-Aid,
Yeah.
But yeah, that year really definitely did age me 10 years because I had to worry about that constantly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. This one is I start the answer. So finish this sentence. Okay. My son's dating history is blank. Man, where'd you? Why did AI kick my ass with these questions? I'm done using ChatGPT.
Oh, my son's dating history is blank.
Yeah. You have to fill in the blank.
Old news now.
Old news?
Yeah,
That's the safe answer. Okay.
yeah, yeah. I mean, pre-baby mama. Magic.
Tragic.
Yeah. Um, understandably.
Understandably
Yeah,
tragic. Okay.
yeah. It's like it's making the same mistakes I did. I'm just saying we got to type, son.
Yeah. Okay. When I said I was just going out with friends, you immediately assumed I was what?
Drinking.
Just drinking?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not as bad as it could have been.
Well, I mean, now my worries while you were out was like he's drinking, he's going to get arrested, he's going to get hurt, he's going to, something.
Yeah.
And you'll know it soon. The fear whenever your child starts to leave on their own, and all you're doing is replaying the memories of like me riding on the hood of Daniel Davis's car, flying 80 miles an hour down a dirt road. It made sense at the time to me.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'm gonna be thinking of all the stupid shit I did. And
yeah, have fun with that. And you got a girl, so
yeah.
Now you're gonna think about all the dumb shit you did, and then you're gonna think about all the dumb shit, bullshit lines that you used to throw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They work though. That's what I'm scared of.
yeah.
Okay. What was the most questionable fashion trend I tried to pull off?
Oh, that fucking hair.
Which hair?
The
purple hair.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Like, dude, that was like. I mean,
I could tell whenever we went in public, you were embarrassed that I was your son.
oh well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it was like I was 6 foot distance before COVID was a thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely social distanced on that one. Like I was waiting for somebody to come up and tell me that I have such a brave daughter. Like,
I did look like a fat lesbian.
you did. Like you were going to complain to every manager along the way.
Well, I thought it was the coolest damn thing too. I thought that haircut,
I know
that dye was the shit.
like your mother read the look on my face perfectly.
Yeah,
because like you walked out and like showed me your hair and then went back inside to do something, and I'm just holding the look like,
I remember when I showed you my hair.
Yeah, get out.
Because I knew the second I seen your face, I was like, he doesn't like it. Well, I'm going back inside.
Yeah, and
Hey.
she looked at me and she goes, "It's his hair," and I was like, "I know."
I can tell it's his hair.
Dude, all that's going through my mind was, where is those clippers at in my house? Like,
Yeah.
I know I can hold them down and just but yeah, I mean, I did the shaved head thing whenever I was in school. That was like our rebel moment.
Yeah.
But
I still think about reshaving it, but just about every day.
yeah,
it just feels so good. Like you walk outside and you feel wind on your scalp. That's nice. That's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, and like, so whenever you get off work, right?
Yeah.
Then you're headed home, stop by the gas station, grab you a drink, whatnot. Everything's just a perfectly normal day. To everybody else, it looks like you just got done with a hate crime and is headed home to relax.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I keep the hair.
Yeah.
But I'm also a basic bitch, so I mean,
if we swapped this last one, if we swapped lives for a day, what would be the first thing I'd screw up? I already know what it is, but
okay, I'll answer it, but you tell me if this is the same one that you're thinking.
okay.
You'd oversleep and not make it to work on time.
No.
Okay.
I'm a pretty good morning person.
I don't think you're a 4:30 person.
No, probably not first day now. I know that if like because occasionally you have to drive a truck, semi.
Yeah.
And I know on just it just so happens to be that day, I could probably figure out a loader or like a forklift, or I could probably figure it out after fucking up for like 5 minutes,
Uh-huh.
Like this stick does this thing, and I can figure it out. Semi? I'm hitting every car on the way to St. Louis, and whenever we get into the lot that I have to back up into, I'm going straight through the building. Every truck's getting scraped. That trailer's going to be totaled. I know it will be.
I know that everybody that gets in them are like new in them or like justifiably nervous because I mean it's a long vehicle, and it takes a little minute to get used to. But compared to the two, the loader or the semi, the loader is the harder of the two.
Well, I mean, you've also been doing the semi for years and years.
Well,
Loader's the newer thing to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, now I've done the loader thing for years and years.
Yeah.
Like I've probably loaded more than I've hauled since I've gone down this career path.
Yeah.
So, I've loaded more trailers than I've hauled, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, to me, the loader was harder because you just got like all the traffic, and then you're trying to get the weight, and then you're trying to make it level, and then you're trying to do this, and you're trying to do that, and there's a lot going on to do. So the truck I find relaxing. Once you get used to it, it's pretty relaxing.
Yeah.
Until you get to town, and then it's all like I got to turn where, but I think you'd figure it out. I don't think you'd fuck that up. You definitely oversleep, but.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
I'll go fuck myself. That's fine.
I mean, I can try. I can get some real quick.
Yeah, do something.
You want to? Okay. Well, I didn't know.
I don't want you to be the only one talking as per usual. I like to talk too.
All right.
People always say you're the funny one, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm just shit. Apparently, I'm the scum on his shoe for this podcast.
You're so hard on yourself.
No, the people are so hard on me. Well, your dad's the funny one. Oh, your dad said the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I say funny things. Right now, this is kind of funny. I'm definitely bitchy about it for sure.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know whether you wanted me to ask you questions.
Well, if I prepare it, and I'm like, hey, Dad, I'm going to ask you some more questions. You get on your phone. You find something. You ask me what my favorite pizza place is, or some kind of shit like that.
Okay.
By golly.
ChatGPT never fails.
Okay. That's something I wouldn't fail on my first day of being you.
What?
Doing nothing and using AI for everything.
What? I can't use it for work, but yeah.
Sure you could. Like have all your drivers ask you, like, oh, where am I supposed to go? And have ChatGPT like, oh, well, this is probably the best option. You should go here. And
okay,
you can figure it out.
Stop trying to cut out my job. All right. It's supposed to be from computer trucks, not ChatGPT. What was your most ridiculous childhood fear?
Childhood fear?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ridiculous childhood.
Yeah, I assumed it was me turning off the Wi-Fi, but
Well, all of my childhood fears I still have, so I don't know what would be most.
no, you gotta remember, ridiculous. Like it makes no fucking sense.
Okay, I guess probably like I was really scared that you and mom would get back together. Looking back now, it's ridiculous, but
That's so sweet. We had the same fear.
oh shit. Well, I just like for a good long while, I was like, man, I like seeing my mom and dad together. I want that back, you know.
mhm,
And then it would happen. It would be like a lot of arguing at some point, and it just wouldn't be a very like happy time.
uh-huh.
So eventually, I switched the script and was like, no, just stay apart.
I like my two Christmases.
Yeah.
Um,
I like when you guys budget together. It
yeah,
sucks.
you went from ridiculous, like, no, to kind of sad. Like, I
All my
mean,
other fears I still have. So
well, like, okay, so just for context, because they gave like some possible answers, like the vacuum cleaner, the toilet flushing, Barney disappearing.
no, I never had any of those fears.
Yeah, that's what they were going with for the ridiculous.
I didn't have any like.
Wow.
At least I don't think I had any like fears like that. Like when Barney went away, I was like, oh man, okay, let me go watch Sesame Street or whatever.
Now, which of your toys did you cry over when it broke, like it was a national tragedy?
Mm. Um, are these all about my childhood?
Yeah.
I have so much memory suppression for that. I don't know. Um.
We're gonna open them up today.
Oh, my DSi,
Yeah.
my Nintendo DSi,
Mm-hmm.
because it stopped reading the cartridges, or I got some crumbs in it or in the cartridge hole.
Yeah.
And I went to clean it out with the pen it came with.
Mhm.
I just went in there and just shoved and jammed the shit out of all the pins, and it never read a game since.
Yeah.
And that was pretty world ending. I remember that. Okay.
All right. Seems a little whatever. How old were you when you finally learned to wipe properly? I don't know.
Yesterday.
Yeah, like still going and going.
Yeah. I have no idea. I don't remember that far back. I just remember I wiped my
Yeah.
ass one day and I've done it since. I
Well,
don't.
like the lowest answer says 4. I'm like, you was doing that before 4.
I
Like,
was.
yeah, you were potty trained like
Okay.
early. Um,
Well, yeah.
what did you used to call spaghetti? Kids always fuck up spaghetti. So
Oh, that's more of a question for you. What did I used to call spaghetti? I think I couldn't tell the difference between spaghetti and SpaghettiOs for a long time.
yeah,
Having SpaghettiOs, and then normal spaghetti would come out and like, oh, SpaghettiOs.
yeah. I mean, I want to say that it was sketty.
Sketty.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's what I used to say. And so whenever I'm like talking to a kid, I'm not saying spaghetti.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, hey, you want some sketty?
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
See, which phase was worse, your emo phase or your Fortnite dance phase?
Emo phase.
Fucking ChatGPT just called you out. Like they know you. You had both. Anyway, go ahead.
Emo phase. Because of the hair and
Yeah.
my Deadpool jacket and
Yeah. Well,
Fallout Boy.
yeah, Fallout Boys. That was the damn band we went to go see.
I don't regret that. That was fun.
Oh.
But
Yeah. Sorry to bring it. We brought Fallout Boys. Showing me think of it. I went to a public event, right, with bleachers and everything, and I almost didn't get in a fight.
really,
That's the first time, and I don't know how long. Maybe these are my people. I don't know.
monster truck people are
Maybe
your
I'm a
people.
monster truck guy. Maybe I should really get into it. What's one thing I did that embarrassed you in public, but thought it was hilarious?
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, which I don't think anything I did to embarrass you in public, you're going to think is hilarious. So,
No, I remember one.
okay.
Whenever we did we bet you whenever you were a football coach. We bet you if we win, you have to slide through the mud.
Yeah.
on the sidelines because we had all been trampling. It was raining,
Yeah.
and it was just this big mud swamp. And we said that you had to, or I don't remember if you said it or we said it, but either way, if we won the game, you had to do that, and we did win the game.
Yeah.
I think you did do it.
Yeah.
And
There's video to prove it too.
yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is my dad. But then I seen how like I was embarrassed. I was like, this is my father. This is the man that's supposed to teach me how to live through life, and this is what the fuck he's doing on a Saturday night. But then I seen everybody's reaction and whatnot, and I was like, okay, this is fun. This is funny. But that'd probably be my immediate thought.
Well, I mean, sometimes I forget that you're not supposed to take life too serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, nobody would think that I ever forget that because we do this every fucking week.
Right.
You know, obviously we don't take life seriously.
Nope.
Not
a look of it.
No. I mean, by the look of the podcast, my finances, like you know, if you saw what I bought throughout the week, like this fucking child.
You bought Pokemon cards with Fireball?
What was your go-to excuse when you got caught doing something dumb?
Just a teenager.
I feel like Jamie should be in here for this one. He did
it. Yeah. I think I did use that excuse a lot of like, well, I'm not an adult. I'm just a kid.
Yeah.
I used that up until I turned 18.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm not an adult. I'm still figuring out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I did that a lot.
Yeah. And like,
which is realistic, but also a good excuse because you guys are like, yeah, it makes sense, but you fuckhead.
Well, that's the thing though, is like nobody, especially at 17, nobody knows what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
At all. But most of us fake it. So you weren't even attempting to fake it.
No. Dad, come on, I'm a jackass. What do you want from me?
So when you used to say to me, I don't need help, what happened next?
Either broke something or got frustrated and went and asked for help.
That was one of the answers. You broke it.
Well, generally, at least whenever I think about that, is whenever it comes to working on something, like a car or whatever. Like, oh, I need help, but I'm not going to ask for it, so I'm going to like round off all the bolts and then I'll ask.
Oh yeah, I never understood because I mean, I worked as a mechanic and had the tools and stuff, and you guys would ask me about something, and I would tell you, oh, it's this, and you need to do that, and da 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 da, and then they would always be like, or
yeah,
we not,
and
then you do it some other way, like I broke it,
yeah,
yeah.
Hey, Dad, I snapped 3 sockets and my tooth.
See it, okay. This makes me feel bad.
Okay.
Because I can't really be on the second part of it. If we compared your teenage text to mine, whose would be more embarrassing?
You didn't have text.
I don't have any. I mean, I have a few, but they cost me 25 cents a text.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
mine would probably be worse then because I had pretty much free will.
Yeah. Yeah. We had to say all our shit. I mean, in my young 20s, I don't know. Yeah, probably late 20s would probably be my most embarrassing era.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole lot of, hey, you up? So, yeah, there was a lot of those.
You up?
What do you secretly still suck at, but pretend to be good at? Oh. Hold on. Let me get my pen and paper. And click.
First thing I think of is video games. Specifically Rocket League and those.
Well, the questions, the answers to this that they have, to give you a little context: cooking, parallel parking, talking to girls, admitting I'm right.
I'm very good at admitting I'm right.
No, that I'm right.
Oh, never.
Yeah, I know that you're good that you think that you're right.
Well, 90% of the time I am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can you repeat it?
What do you secretly still suck at, but pretend to be good at?
I don't know. I'm pretty good at a lot of stuff. Everything that I'm not good at, I've gave up. So,
I like the confidence.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, if I tried it and I wasn't good at it, either I would decide it was worth the time to try and get good at it, or I would give up. Um, I guess I would say drums, like playing the drums. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty decent at it, but I'm probably not as good as I talk up to be.
Yeah, but Hmm.
What?
I've never seen you actually play the drums, though.
Well, yeah, I kept it in my room.
Okay.
It's electric. You're not gonna even hear it.
Okay. I just, the only time I've ever seen you drum was on the steering wheel of the car,
Well, I still do that just because I like it, but
which I almost bought this fucking thing, a TikTok shop. It hooks to your air vent, right?
hey,
It's a cymbal.
really?
Yeah.
That's kind of
So that
cool.
way you're like patting on the steering wheel, doing the whole drumming thing, and then you can reach over. Ching. I'm all like, I want to buy it, but at the same time, I don't want him hitting the snare. Like
I would have had it. I would have used it too. I would have had all vents. Like I got my little snare drum, got my bass drum, got
yeah, I
my
know.
cymbal.
Yeah, and I just that's probably not the best thing to do in traffic.
No, it's
So
fine.
yeah,
At a red light in Joplin. To-do, 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 bow, bow, bow.
yeah.
Feel it.
People would see that and be like, he definitely ain't getting any.
I got the kid in the back to prove it.
Yeah, it was one time and he slipped and fell.
Is that all you had?
Yeah, that's all the questions that I could come up with quickly
With ChatGPT.
with ChatGPT.
Does that mean I can go then, right?
How much time?
We got 3 till 1.
No, was it? We gotta make another 3 minutes. You made a kid in 3 minutes. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure you can like.
Give me at least 4.
Oh yeah, foreplay. My bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, if you notice on like the whole like stats and stuff, people usually turn off like right at the end.
It's
So
true.
I feel like that they've already turned off. So
Yeah. Well, whoever's still here, probably just Ian.
thank you, Ian.
Let's just talk to Ian. How's Ian doing? Hold on, give him a second to respond.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
What'd you have for lunch?
that sounds nasty.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually told me that he really does respond.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm sure he probably is right now.
What'd you do this weekend? Yeah, I wouldn't put my dick there either. I don't know.
Yeah, he was telling me how whenever me and you are having conversations, he will respond to it as
Yeah,
if he thinks that he's there,
yeah.
and he's like, "Oh yeah," and
Oh, you almost got cut last week off of last week's one.
how?
Oh, because we were talking about the addiction
Oh yeah,
and all that and everything. So like we were going back and forth on whether it was a choice or a disease and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, you almost got cut.
Wow.
You're gonna get stabbed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they gonna get me.
I got a couple texts. Why does he think that's a disease?
Did you really?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah. So yeah, I thought it was an interesting topic,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Like I say, I watch my back in Walmart now. I know
yeah,
whoever it was, probably that's all I can afford.
yeah. Speaking of addiction, so I was at that monster truck thing. you had like the redneck kings and queens
Okay.
over on one side, and then you had like fucking Methville on the other.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I saw this one dude had to be 22, 23,
Yeah.
and he was with his girlfriend who like like if I had to bet money, like she at least 50.
Damn.
At least. And I mean like from across the parking lot, she looked real good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
like
that's what the guy thought too.
all the way across the park. No, he was like up with her, and then I was like, oh, but yeah, he was all about it too. It was one of those like,
Like over affectionate couples.
yeah, like
Mm.
we're standing outside by a chain link fence in a dumpster, smoking,
Yeah.
and that's the time to be lovey-dovey. I'm like, "Bleh."
Oh, honey, you got tobacco in your teeth.
Yeah, like she definitely had
1 hour.
fuck you. She definitely had underwear older than him.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, guaranteed. Anyway,
I was just joking. We don't need to immediately cut.
no, I ain't got shit. Anything else?
Oh,
And
good.
lightning's coming in and it's getting ready to storm. So,
Oh, the poor baby. He's just worried about the storm.
all right, fine. You gonna call me out like that? I'm fucking hungry and I want some pizza.
Big bag. Big bag.